Today I am showing you my shipping station. I was able to finally clear off this area from my death pile items. Now the items I left are underneath of the table, which is totally fine until I work through those, but this is now cleared off. It used to be like mountains of clothes here. I am so proud that it is no longer and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm going to keep it cleared off and just simple. I have my stack of packing paper. I have my Dymo printer, my cord to hook it up to my laptop. And that's all that's gonna stay up here. This I just stuck here to ship one of my first items here, but yay, I am so happy with it. Let's give us a tad bit more light. There we go. So let me know what you think of this new angle, of this new filming area. Maybe I'll do more ship with me's right here. So I have 5 items to ship out. I am so happy about that. Things have been kind of slow for me lately. They started off great and then kind of died down for a week. 1 or 2 sales for a whole week, and hopefully this means things are picking back up. I'm not really gonna see my face in these, and yes, Luna is at the window right now, so you might see her a little bit, but that's okay. At the moment, this is gonna be the angle that we have. I might be able to play around with it a little bit, lift you up a little bit more in the future, but for now, this is what we're gonna do. Let's get into the sales. The first sale that I made is this pair of Johnson & Murphy sheepskin driving shoes, and they are either brand new or like new. They do still have the tag in there from Nordstrom, and yeah, they're really nice brown loafers. Actually sold from eBay, on eBay. And what I like to do for eBay is just use whatever packaging material I might happen to have. I like to reuse as many boxes as I can. I do make sure that I take off any labels that were already on here and then go ahead and reuse them. I try and go through my boxes and see if things will fit. I think this might be the closest fit box that I have. So that's what we're gonna use. But first we're going to wrap these up. I used to, and I will if I have them, put in those bubble plastic bubble things in the shoe, but I don't have any right now, so I am out, unfortunately. Just go ahead and start wrapping. At the moment, I am using this eBay tape because that's what's on my dispenser currently. I love this dispenser. I hate this tape. This is the not free. This is the eBay tape that you get with your store eBay store credit or whatever. It's one of the things you can choose from every quarter, and I chose the tape because I use tape all the time and I thought it'd be great. This tape, in my opinion, sucks. It is super thin and it breaks all the time. I don't recommend this. I am going to use up what I have because I used my credit on it. I'm just going to take little pieces of the tape just to secure this in each place. So I'll wrap it that way, and then I will also wrap the front and the back. I just wrap it however I feel like it folds best. I don't always wrap it exactly the same each time. Okay, so first shoe is wrapped up. Let's wrap up the second one. Alright, so now we need to tape up the box. Now that we have both of those taped up, taped it 3 times, I feel like that should be pretty secure. Now we can fill it. Okay, I thought this box was gonna be perfect, but I actually think it's gonna be a little too big. That's okay. See how much space is in there? I also saved this brown paper from every package we get, so I'm gonna shove this in there to hopefully make it so that they don't move around too much. Do a shake test. Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It only moves around the tiniest little bit, so I think that is pretty good and secure. So we're gonna tape this up. When I list my items, I actually go into eBay and put in a guesstimate size of whatever box I think I'm gonna use, and then I also put in a weight that I have weighed the actual item itself plus what I think the box might weigh for shoes. For shoes in particular, that's what I do. And sometimes when I get a box like this, it's not quite the right size. I just kind of hope that the shipping doesn't change too much. So we will see when we go to do that on my laptop. But I'm gonna finish taping this box up and I'll be right back. I literally have tape, I don't think you can see it, all over my fingers. I'm gonna get out my scale and my measuring tape to figure out what I need to plug in for shipping. I also have everything in the drawers right here underneath. I have a pair of Alex 5 drawers. Yeah, and that's where I put all of my shipping supplies, so it's easy to access. So here's my Alex 5 drawer. So I have my shipping scale, which I'm going to take out in a second. I have all of my like stickers for stuff. I have my bags that I put inventory in. I also have my poly bags in there. I also have some more under there. Those I use for eBay and Mercari. Oh, and Depop. And then here is just a cardboard thing that I got in a package that I used to help weigh things. And then I have my tape and I have more poly bags there. And then here I have my bubble mailers, which I love to use for Poshmark, and some more supplies that I might need. And then even more supplies that I might need. So there's that. Okay, little mini tour. And let's go grab my measuring tape, which is just right around behind me. I could put this in the drawer there, but I use it for more than just this, so that's why. All right, so we're gonna turn on my scale. We're gonna weigh the box. Oh, what I also do, because I like to be as exact as I can, is I have a spare like label, empty blank label sticker, and I just stick it right on top so that I am also taking into account what the entirety of this is going to weigh with the label attached and everything. So this is going to weigh 1 pound 11.6 ounces. We are always going to round up to the nearest ounce, so this is going to be 1 pound 12 ounces. This is 17 by 6. It's a little more than 6, so we're going to say 7. So don't look at this, but I did just print the label, so we're going to take that out. I've got my little garbage can right here. Oh, I just took out my Dymo. Yeah, my Dymo now has a very nice white dent in it for my trash can. Moving on, we are going to put our shipping label right on here. Oops, I put it upside down. Guys, I'm being so thrown off. And just move it and whatever, it's okay. So now we have this one done. This was our only eBay one, so the next 4 should be easier. I shouldn't make any boo-boos or mistakes on those. They're all from Poshmark, so let's start on those. Here are my Poshmark packages. Let's start with, we need something easy. Let's start with the small ones and then we'll work our way to more boxes. The first one I think I'm gonna do was the first one that actually came in, which is an Ann Taylor pair of trousers, nice dress pants, and they are new with tags. I just go ahead, open this drawer, and put them right in. I'm gonna grab one of these poly mailers, bubble poly mailers, because it's my favorite thing to ship in. It looks like this should fit. I just have to make sure that I do a very tight wrap job. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna wrap it up. I actually am wrapping things more now. I used to not. And once in a while I won't if it's like a pair of jeans that just barely fits in here. There's no room for it to be wrapped. Then I don't wrap it. But for the most part, I wrap most of my stuff now. I didn't used to, but I feel like it's just nice. Again, we gotta make sure it's pretty tight so it'll fit in there. I feel like that should be pretty good. I didn't actually fold this perfectly because it does overlap a little bit here, but that's okay. Normally I try for perfection, and today we're just not getting it. And and that's okay. And if you are curious, like how much these things sold for, you know, how much money I made off of them, all of that, then check out my what sold video. My what sold videos that I do, I usually do them, I film them at the very end of the month, and then I usually post them at the beginning of the next month. So if you want to know about these items, subscribe and stay tuned, and you will see in that video. I know I could say it in these videos, but that would require a little more prep than I have the ability for right now. And then it would kind of be repeating, which I guess would be fine. Let me know your thoughts. Do you really want me to add in that information here, or are you okay with waiting for the what sold video, the monthly what sold video, to come out and see it then? I guess I don't talk about every sale in the what sold video though, so I don't know. Let me know down below. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? What are your preferences? What do you want to see? It looks like this is gonna fit, which is perfect. But what I like to do with these is actually put the label on first, so it's flat, it's smooth. We're gonna go find our label, or our email with the label, and turn on our label maker that we just dented. Still not over that. All right, we're gonna find the email for this particular Ann Taylor sale. I didn't tell you where the last package went. So the eBay package, the eBay, those shoes, is going to Miami, Florida. And the Ann Taylor pants are going to New Jersey. We're just gonna shove it in there. Fits perfect. Everything lays good. And we're just going to secure that. And we'll see if I want more extra stickers or not. Let's see. I'd like to leave a little bit of room for somebody to like cut right here to open it up. Just go chop, chop, chop right here without chopping the actual item. Again, just me being who I am. There's a little bit of unsecureness there. So we are gonna tape it up a little. Now, you probably don't need to do this. You 100% probably don't need to do this, but I do. So I just take one of these little priority label things. And again, maybe you're not supposed to do this. If you're not, just ignore this. Luckily, my post office does not get upset at me for doing this. They're awesome. Put a sticker on each end. Second package done. Let's move on to our third. This one is a CP Shades top. It is like a really pretty, like kind of sage green, so I guess that's perfectly on trend. It sold pretty quickly, I think within like a week or two. I already know this is gonna fit in one of those bubble poly mailers, so I don't need to measure it out like I normally would. Wrap it like a present, or at least the best wrap job I can do. I do always double check like what I just printed versus my email and the picture and everything. This one is going to Oregon. Wait, Oregon? Oregon? How do you say that? O-R is the abbreviation. I just kind of feel like if I make the package as small as possible, then maybe it'll fit in somebody's mailbox versus them having to like throw it on their porch, and who knows what happens to it then. Let me know your thoughts on that. Like, do you fold your package so it's as small as possible, or do you just fold it so that all of the packages are the same size, like as big as they can be? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious about that. Now we're on to the big ones. This is a pair of a Lululemon men's pant, the ABC pant. I think it's the Commission or something like that. It's the really common one, I feel like. These sold pretty quick, but I also accepted a much lower offer than what I had them listed for. But again, I think I've said this before to you guys, that if someone sends me an offer, as long as it's not a $10, $15 offer, I will not accept those. I just won't. And I do get those. I'll usually counter those. If someone sends me lower than what I want in an offer, instead of declining it or countering it right away, what I will do is I will check current sold comps to see if they are actually in the ballpark or not. And in this case, even though it was a very low offer that I didn't really want to accept, I checked comps and it was a very fair offer for what it had been sold for like recently, like a lot of solds recently. So the price for these has gone down. They're also not in excellent condition. They're not in perfect condition. They're in almost great. They're in great condition. They have one flaw. So I think that what they offered me is fair. But I didn't think it was fair at first, so I'm glad that I went and checked sold comps right now in this moment and accepted the offer. I actually think I could probably fold this one a little bit better so that it does fit possibly in a bubble mailer. So let's see if we can fold this so that it is a bit smaller. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Much smaller, and now that will fit in one of these. If you are also a reseller, what has been your best sale recently? How about this past week? What has been your best sale? Whether that's a dollar amount or whether it's just a sale you're really happy or proud of, or maybe it's something you've had for a while that you're finally glad is gone. Let me know down below. We are printing the label for our Lululemon pants. And the Lululemon pants are going to Massachusetts. Okay, this actually, maybe I should have folded it a little bit differently, but it does fit. I should have folded it a little bit wider and more like flat. Alright, we have another package done. We have one more to do. Last one is this Gap denim like trench coat, but it's not like super long like a trench coat. This actually sold once before for, I believe, full price, or close to my full price, asking price, on eBay, and then they returned it because it didn't fit, which is fine. And then it sold for a lot less on Poshmark, and I just went ahead and accepted it because I checked current comps again, and it told me that I should accept the lower offer. So I did, and I didn't have it for much, like I didn't have this back in my inventory for more than like a couple days. So if I can like get it back out there, even if it's for less money, then I think that's probably a good idea. This one, I think we're gonna have to put this in a box. This is going through Poshmark. It was sold on Poshmark, so I can use these priority boxes. Better if I just like sat on my knees and did this. Maybe that would be better, because then I'm actually in frame talking to you. Guys, I'm sorry, it's my first time filming over here, so I'm just trying to get used to it. I'm trying to figure it out. If you have any suggestions or anything, feel free to comment down below. Let me know how maybe I can improve or do better, or if there's information you want me to share with you, I can do that. What I really like about these boxes is that they have, hold on, they have like an adhesive strip, if I can show you, right here, so that you don't have to use tape. Stick this right in. Look at that, it's great. It's great. There's a little bit of extra room on the side, but that's okay. So instead of these smaller ones on the roll, which I'm gonna put back, for the boxes I use these, and I just use the whole strip on each side. I just want to make sure it gets there in as best shape as possible. Again, we will double check that what is on the label matches what is in the email, which matches the picture of the item that I have just put in the box. Gap jacket is going to Illinois. All right, get that nice and secure on there, and we have our last one done. Yay! Hopefully this was an okay angle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this. I apologize if it was a little all over the place. I will work on doing a little bit better for my next one, but I wanted to share with you my sales, especially since I had quite a few today and I was really excited about that. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day. Take care, everyone. Bye.